Let's send some postcards from Vatican City. So I'm visiting Vatican City for the day, the smallest country in the world and of course the spiritual home of the Catholic Church. Almost 7 million people visit Vatican City each and every year. It is a must-see place if you're Catholic or you're interested in religion, if you're passionate about art or history, or you really love to send postcards.
Now yes, you're not traveling around the world to Vatican City just to send postcards, but this sovereign country of just 121 acres is located entirely within Rome. And while it's home to the Pope, incredible works of art, and the Sistine Chapel, another key fact that many people will know about Vatican City is that it has its own postal service and its very own postage stamps, giving visitors a chance to send a special postcard to friends and family back home.
Now you would think that the Vatican City's postal service, being an enclave within Rome, is more of a local post, like a gimmick. They print their own stamps and postcards. You go ahead and drop those items in their post boxes, their yellow post boxes. They put a special postmark on it and then give it over to the Italian postal service, who then takes care of it for the rest of the journey. But no, it's not like that at all. This is the really interesting thing. Unless you're sending a postcard to somebody in Italy, Vatican mail never goes into the Italian postal stream. Vatican mail is primarily carried by air, and they negotiate their own contracts with airlines. This Vatican City postal service is considered to be one of the most efficient postal services in the world. So much so that folks living in Rome prefer to come to Vatican City to mail important documents or items abroad because it is more reliable and faster than the Italian postal service. That's amazing.
What is also amazing is that over 6 million postcards are sent each year from Vatican City. They have a few post offices located throughout the city, including one inside the Vatican Museum, and this trailer one was set up inside St. Peter's Square while I was there. They are open Monday through Saturday during regular business hours, but you could drop off your postcards at one of the several yellow post boxes that are found throughout the city. I noticed that the souvenir shops also offer stamps and may also have a post box for your convenience, such as this one in St. Peter's Basilica.
Now it must be made clear that you cannot use Italian stamps on postcards that you put through these yellow post boxes. And the same is true that you cannot use Vatican stamps on Italian mail that you put in red post boxes around Rome. You can only use Vatican stamps on mail that goes through the yellow mailboxes here. So this is the only opportunity you have in this small city-state country to use Vatican stamps. So of course I'm going to go buy a few and send some postcards to friends of this channel.
Vatican City first issued its postage stamps the year that its post office was established in 1929, and a few months after joining the Universal Postal Union. The official stamps of Vatican City are produced under the authority of the Philatelic and Numismatic Office of the Vatican City State. The stamps have a variety of imagery, including the sites and buildings of Vatican City, events, saints, artwork, biblical scenes, and of course, plenty of images of the current and former popes. What is really interesting are the stamps that are made when there is no pope, and of course they are rarer and highly sought after among stamp collectors. These stamps are only valid during the period before a new pope has been elected, usually just a few weeks. And you'll see the words sede vacante indicating that these are the special stamps while the holy chair is vacant. So philatelists, keep a lookout for those. Now I went to two of the standard post offices by St. Peter's Square to purchase stamps, and these post offices that I visited only carried 4 stamps for 4 different regions. One to send in the Vatican City and Italy, one within Europe, one for the Americas, Africa and Asia, and finally one for Oceania. Now, I had brought a stamp from my collection that I intended to use on a postcard. It came from a souvenir sheet featuring Pope Francis and commemorated his visit to Romania. And of course, I had to do a little extreme philately with it first, especially with the window of the Apostolic Palace where the Pope makes an appearance every Sunday at noon. Unfortunately, I was there on a Friday. As I intended to use this stamp on a postcard to send to the US, I realized that the rate had gone up since 2019 when the stamp was issued by 5 cents for this particular regional use. Since the post offices I had visited only had 4 stamps with no smaller values, especially one of just 5 cents, I had to pair it with a local Vatican stamp to get the appropriate rate, overpaying €1.20, which was totally fine since this was going to a collector, and a chance to use a stamp that wouldn't typically be used for the Americas. This stamp also featured Pope Francis celebrating diplomatic relations with South Korea. For sending postcards to Europe, I purchased stamps that featured the Basilica of San Giovanni, and the standard stamp I was using to send mail to the Americas were these, celebrating diplomatic relations with the US. In many ways, when sending postcards from this special place, you're sending a piece of Vatican City to your friends and family. If they are Catholic, they may value these postcards as more than just a hello from abroad. It is a connection to the Pope and the faith. It is a small holy artifact, so do keep that in mind.
Right, I'm going to mail these cards and then continue to explore some of the incredible art in St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican Museums, and of course the Sistine Chapel. I hope you found this interesting. Please let me know if you did. I'll also leave a number of links in the video description for you to learn more. As always, thank you for watching and happy exploring.